Well, welcome in. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a very basic, very simplistic model for an NBA first quarter, first half projections. Nothing overcomplicated here, just some clean foundation that's going to work for you. This is intentionally an entry level workflow. I'll be doing future walkthroughs that show how to use AI and workflow platforms to maintain and build this out. But just know that we are going for very basic here. And right now, what I'm doing is just kind of filling out the sheet as we're going to need it. I'll talk to you a little bit as we do that. We are going to be using team rankings to get all of our data sources. And you need to have these two tabs. We're going to have a third with the schedule as well. But this data dump is where all this information is going to be kept for first quarter scoring, first half scoring, both road and home teams. That's vital because we need those splits to make sure that this is kind of as accurate as a simple model can get. And as you can see, all of this information is completely free. It's so available, so easy to use. You just pull in the website, plug it in with using the import HTML function in Google Sheets, and boom, you got it. So while we're building this out, I do want to say that with this, you are going to be able to help identify mispriced markets in the NBA, especially in first quarter and first halves. It's going to give you a really good basic look at how to approach a prop bet like this. And you can use these same techniques for other leagues like the NHL, MLB, NCAA, etc. And I will be doing more videos like this, showing a little more intricate, a little more complicated workflows, a little more integrated platform usage. Okay, so hang tight for those. You don't have to hang tight for them. You know what you do? You just hit that like, hit the subscribe button, and every time these videos drop, you will be notified. So what we're doing here, because of I work with numbers and I'm looking at data all the time, I do like to format what I'm looking at, kind of color code it as well, so I don't get confused. When I'm looking at first half scoring, and instead I'm inputting first quarter scoring, etc. So you can see we're just doing that import HTML to get all the data from team rankings. You go in and it has the scoring defense and the scoring and scoring defense. The scoring is obviously for the offense. Scoring defense is the points that that team allows. So, all right, all of our data fields are mapped out and we've got them all filled. So let's go back and let's start dropping in the schedule. And this is the model projection from the very first sheet. And as you can see, I have the away home team broken down first quarter, first half, for both the home team and the away team. I've even color coded those, blue being for home, yellow being for the road team. And then we have the away projected and home projected first quarter, first half scores, points, and then the total combined points for both the first quarter and the first half. Very important. You want to build a master name list because not all of the information that we're being used from both the schedule and from team rankings match up, as you can see. Atlanta Hawks with team ranking, it's just Atlanta. It's real simple, quick, easy build out. I'm going to show you how we use this because when we have the schedule, and this schedule was taken from uh, professionalbasketballreference.com, and it is the entire schedule for the month of March. So you can go download that, carry it over, paste that entire month's NBA schedule into your Google Sheets, and you have everything there. You just copy and paste the teams over, and they go in. Now, why are there names on the outside? Because we're using the VLOOKUP function to make sure that we match the names. It's very easy to do. Once we get there, you're putting in the teams, just kind of importing it, drop down, you get the entire schedule right there. Now, every day when you go in and you update that schedule, those teams that are playing that day will automatically drop in. This is the VLOOKUP function that I was just talking about. And in this, we're going to go in and I'm going to map this out for both the away team and the home team. First quarter, first half, points for, points against, and we're going to just kind of map this all in so that this model has a chance. When we're looking at these numbers, we get a quick glance. And don't worry, this is not going to be a lot of data points and a lot of numbers that you're staring at trying to ease this up. I said this was going to be a very simple model. We will keep it very, very simple. As you can see, we're just basically building this out, pulling in the information that we need for both the home and the away team using the drop down function, and we filled it all out. I'm not going to make you watch me go through each and every single one of these cells, but it is important to know that as we're computing up and looking at the projected away first quarter right here, that literally is just taking the average. And again, this is a simple model, taking the average between the points that they score and the home team's points that they allow. And that kind of gives us all these values. And then obviously the totals for the first quarter and first half are the combined totals for both teams. So now that we have that information, we can kind of use that as that foundation, right? We're no longer guessing as to what a team could be doing or what they should be doing. We're going to have that right here. We can even target team totals if we want. But let's take and drop this all the way down. And while I'm here, look, these NAs, they drive me crazy, which is why I use this if error command in front of all of these functions. It's very simple. If error, if you don't make errors, like I just did there typing. So you type in if error, go to the end of the function, comma, quotation mark. I like to use the 3 hyphens, just it's neater for me. Quotation marks, parentheses, close it up. And now if there's an error in that function, you're going to get these 3 lines instead of a bunch of NA. When you look at data as much as I do, I like it to be as simple as possible. Getting back to the teams. So we have all of this information right here. Really, it's only the last half of the information that I'm concerned about. So the beauty of using Google Sheets is you can take all of these columns, you can hide them, and all of the math, everything runs in columns that you don't see, but now you have a clear picture of what the end game is. And then to update the schedule, it's like I said, you just go over here, highlight the new schedule, whatever the day is that you're looking at, and you can even do this to look ahead from the day before if you'd like. You can do it, depending on when the lines come out. You get that early jump on when those lines come out and when you're looking at this model to really make sure you're getting the best price and taking advantage of those market mispricings here. That's how we do this. Again, please be sure to like and subscribe for all of the videos that are going to drop out in this series. We're going to get into some more complicated stuff, I promise you, but this is just the basics. Thanks for joining me.